Now, before I say anything else, I just want to say thank you guys very much for all of the support that you have given to me and my channel. I was going on my page the other day and I stumbled across the fact that I had recently hit 4 million views. And that is, it's not even surreal to me, it's unreal to me. I would never have fathomed or imagined that I would reach that many views. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. So I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you guys so much for giving me support on my channel over and over again. And this goes from the subscriber that's been subscribed to me over 4 years ago when I started my channel, all the way up to the person who just subscribed to me today, to the person who clicked on my video and watched it for 2 seconds and then X'd out. Thank you so much for even just considering me. It really means a lot to me. So I have a giveaway today, and this giveaway is actually sponsored by Commodity Goods. And if you haven't heard about this brand, I'm really excited, flattered, and humbled to be the one to introduce you to this brand. It can be found at Sephora, and thank you so much to Commodity Goods for sponsoring this giveaway in celebration of my 4 million views on YouTube. So they send me this travel kit, and I got a chance to sniff it. I actually first sniffed this a few months ago, and I was in my local Sephora about 2.5 weeks ago, and I remember smelling a couple of their offerings and thinking to myself, man, this is bottle worthy. I have to get this scent, especially for the summertime, and I'll tell you which ones are really conducive to getting compliments and making you feel good in the summertime, but I never got around to it, so I'm really happy to tell you guys what these fragrances are like. So I opened up this package, and make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video. That's when I'm going to tell you how you can enter this giveaway, what you need to do. It's really simple, and 3 winners are going to win 10 2-milliliter samples of fragrances in their catalog. This giveaway is going to be open to everybody, domestic and international. So I looked inside, and there's this little thank you note, and it says behind every bottle is a story. What's yours? And I really like the concept of this fragrance, where it's kind of like scented cocktails. So these fragrances, very much like the Tom Ford Private Blend fragrances, are meant to be layered with one another. So you can wear them individually, and you can appreciate the artistry that went into them just on their own, or you can blend them together, and they're evocative of something new and something totally different. Actually, it reminds me of this game I used to play on my phone called Alchemy, where you mix 2 elements and it creates something new. It's pretty much the same thing, but painting an olfactory landscape, as it were. So let me go ahead and open up what they sent me, and I'll show you what it's all about. This product can be found at Sephora. Their fragrances typically come in 2 sizes. You have the 10 milliliter, which is an eau de parfum spray. It's about $24. And then you have the 100 milliliter, which is about $99. And there are a couple fragrances that I would say they're pretty safe blind buys. I never recommend blind buys. I always say you go out there and sample the fragrance for yourself. And because they are available at Sephora, most Sephora's, I think, you can find these no problem. So here's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a chocolate bar. It has the ingredients on the back. It's pretty cool, the ingredients for each one of these scents. So as you can see, there are 5 black scents, 5 white scents, a little segregation here. The white scents are actually for women, and then the black bottles are for men. I personally think they're all unisex, but I'm going to tell you which ones lean a little bit more masculine, a little bit more feminine, just in case that's your thing. You want to try to avoid smelling feminine or whatever. So you open it up, and it comes with this really cool sort of insert, really nice texture on the paper, and it tells you all of the fragrances on the back here. It does not give you a list of notes, which I kind of like, so they don't influence your thoughts too much. And they tell you how to make a few cocktails towards there on the bottom. So if you want to make an old-fashioned, it's 1 part whiskey, 1 part mimosa. Those are 2 of their fragrances. If you want to make a blanc, it's 2 parts gold, 1 part magnolia, so on and so forth. I haven't personally tried layering any of these. I just worn them neat, as it were. But nonetheless, I want to take a moment to talk to you guys a little bit about these fragrances, and I need to, because I think that's going to help you enter the giveaway. You'll know what I mean in just a bit. So these 5 are for women. The first one is Gold. Gold is a beautiful sort of gourmand scent. It has a lot of vanilla and amber, but this amber is vanilla dominant, so when you smell it, it certainly has a sweet gourmand sort of tantalizing, alluring smell to it. Very sensual. Probably the most sensual scent out of all of these. And if you layer it with Magnolia, I think that's going to become even more sensual. Then you have Mimosa, which, as the name would imply, doesn't smell a lot like champagne. You do get a lot of that citrus in there, but it has some floral nuances in there as well. It has a lot of jasmine, but it's not an indolic jasmine, so it doesn't smell dirty or fecal or ranchy or anything like that. You have Rain, which is pretty cool because when you smell it, you are sort of brought to, a moment when it's raining and you're sitting and you're looking out the windowsill and you get like the dew from the foliage, and it's a really powerful scent in terms of what it's capable of evoking. Magnolia is probably the most femme. So if you're trying to avoid fragrances that smell feminine, definitely you can skip over Magnolia. What I like about Magnolia, though, is that it has this note of labdanum, which adds a sort of exotic sweetness with a resinous appeal to it, which kind of beefs it up a little bit, but it's still quite feminine. And then Tea, and it's not listed as a note, but I get a lot of mint in there. It's not listed as a note on Fragrantica, at least. And then these are the men's offerings, and I love every single one of them. I honestly, I do. And I'm not even just saying that. Whiskey, as the name would imply, you get the spices in there that are used in the fermentation of a lot of types of whiskeys and alcoholic spirits. Book, which actually smells like a toned-down, non-aggressive version of Santal 33 by Le Labo. So if you've encountered that fragrance, you want something a little more simplistic. Once again, not listed as a note, but I do get a lot of papyrus. It has some familiar elements in there like sandalwood, which I think we all know and love, but it also has a lot of that papyrus, which gives it a realistic feel. Now, all of these, they're not novelty scents. They're not like Demeter scents, which I love, by the way, but they're not like Demeter scents where they're very sort of plain, unilateral, cut and dry. What you see is what you get. These, they have a personality to them. They have a complexity to them. And even though you would get the impression that they're very sort of unilateral, plain and straightforward, they do unfold on your skin and they don't break apart. I really like these scents. Then you have Moss, which is one of the best bergamots that I have ever smelled in my entire life. I would have to say it's Xerjoff Neo, and then it's a toss-up between Bergamot 22 and Moss by Commodity. I love the smell. And if you are a fan of Bergamot 22, this is a blind buy. You can take my word for it. Wool is probably the most cologne-y smelling fragrance out of all of these, but it has this juniper berry note, and I'm not a fan of juniper berry, but somehow it works really well in here. It's not one of my favorites, but the moment I sprayed it, my wife said, "Oh, I really like that one." And I guess it has that appeal that women are going to compliment you on it. It has a cologne-y smell. It's not one of my favorites, but I can see it working really, really well with people. My wife's two favorites, just in case you were curious, they are Mimosa and Rain. She actually likes Mimosa a little bit more. I think it might be because of that clean jasmine note. It's actually really well done. And then the last one that I want to talk about is called Gin. And in Gin, you don't get any juniper berries, you just get a ton of citrus. It's very sort of bright, clean, and effervescent. It's probably, believe it or not, it's probably the most wearable out of all of these on the men's side. Now listen, this brand has like 20 fragrances in their catalog according to Fragrantica. The earliest edition is from 2013. The perfumer for all of these is Donna Ramanowska, and these are wonderful, wonderful fragrances. I am surprised that something like this has not been talked about more. Yes, I have seen a few videos, but I'm just surprised that people aren't praising Moss the way that they're praising some of these other fragrances. And, maybe it's because it's a relatively newer brand. Maybe it's because we just haven't gotten around to smelling it. Nonetheless, I'm telling you guys, it's a wonderful, wonderful brand. Listen, I'm excited to give you guys, my subscribers, the opportunity to win one of each, right? So I'm going to pick 3 different winners, and this is what you have to do to enter the giveaway. So first things first, you have to be a subscriber to my channel. So subscribe to my channel. Second thing I want you to do, leave a comment down below and tell me which one of these fragrances that I just talked about sounds the most appealing to you. And I'm telling you guys, some of them are a bit more feminine, some of them are a bit more masculine, but they all smell great. So tell me which one sounds the most appealing to you. And the third thing I want you to do to enter this giveaway is follow Commodity on Instagram. I'm going to leave a link down below. So follow Commodity on Instagram, and if you can just like and comment on their most recent picture, just leave a comment that says Steven sent me or Redolescent sent me. Better yet, say Redolescent sent me. And that's it. Yeah, so 3 steps. One, be a subscriber. Two, leave a comment down below which one of these sounds most appealing to you, and also go on their Instagram page and follow them on Instagram. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is open to everyone, domestic, international. I don't care where in the world you live, I will ship this. At least the flat rate boxes are pretty inexpensive, so I feel great shipping this. So guys, thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for the 4 million views, and thank you very much, Commodity, for making this giveaway happen. So with that being said, remember, I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.